Hey guys, I'm Alan Branch from Project 49, and today I've got my buddy Kelly with me. And Kelly worked out with me a couple of years ago and lost 26 pounds in 16 workouts. Kelly, what's up?
Hey, Alan, how's it going?
I'm good. So I think you're on a short vacation, right?
Yep, Myrtle Beach.
Oh, that's good.
So just get,
Wait, everything's open down there and everything's closed here. I should have went where you are.
yeah. So we had dinner tonight at a seafood restaurant and walked along the beach, and sun just set. So good time.
That's good. So I appreciate you taking time to talk about this. So let's go back and a couple years ago, and we got on a program which is now known as Project 49. But we got on a fitness and weight loss program. We dropped 26 pounds in 16 workouts. How did we do it? What happened?
So the program is really simple. It's just about following the program, and then also following the diet strictly. So ensuring that you get the proper amount of protein and carbs and fiber in your diet, but then using simple workouts and then pushing yourself to failure as part of those workouts. So the things that I learned is that you could use something simple as a band to push your body to failure to get results. So it's actually very simple.
So what it's supposed to be simple. So what was the difference in our plan and things you had done in the past?
It's the time. For me, it's the time. My lifestyle, I'm busy at work, and the difference is that you do specific workouts and focus on your body. And then you have the rest of your day to do whatever you need to do. Go to work, go walk outside with your friends, spend time with your families, whatever it is that's important to you. I think that is the difference. Somehow I just get results with it. I've tried other programs that take a lot more time. I've done marathon trainings. But with this program, if I follow the program and the diet together, I get results. It's like magic.
Okay, well, I like to hear that. So that was about 4.5 years ago. So we shredded off that weight like in record time. We kept it off for 4 years, and then
I gained it
you
back.
gained it back. So we know part of that you couldn't help. So I want to talk about. We know you got had something going on with your stomach,
Mm-hmm.
and you couldn't
So
really. Go ahead.
sure, yeah, and that's an interesting thing. So we're going to start it again, but I did gain it back, and I think that's just part of life. I think that's everyone's struggle is, how do you take care of your health and do the things that you enjoy socially, and focus on your work, and ensure that you don't rebound and gain the weight back. And so, I took time to take care of my health. And I think that's the most important thing. And I've done other programs as well. But my challenge is that I will get really great results, and then I will slide backwards.
So
So we're going to start again.
what do you think caused that when you did? So you said a little bit earlier when you were ready to go again, you kind of got serious again, and you did some other programs away from us, and some worked and some didn't. But the ones that did, what kind of things did you do in that program that seemed to get results like you did with Project 49, or was it as fast? Or tell me about it, because there's other good
Yeah.
programs out there.
Yeah, I've done some great programs and gotten some good results and met some really great people along the way. So the difference is the timing, and it's really funny because we hear a lot. If you do something that you lose fat, you lose weight really quickly, then you can't maintain that weight loss. What's interesting about it for me is that unless I stay on a specific program, I will gain the weight back regardless. So it doesn't matter if I lose the weight slowly or I lose the weight quickly. If I don't stay on a program, then I'll gain the weight back. So what's different about this program that I think is a takeaway for people is that the program, the amount of time that you spend in the gym is short. So if you focus on your diet and you spend, 30 minutes in the gym 3 days a week, if you do the workouts, then you can get results, and then you can go do the other things that we do on a daily basis. So you can go to work, you can go to your family, you can do whatever it is that you need to do. So that's the difference between Project 49 and then some of the other plans, body physique type training plans.
So when you compare so basically, guys, the idea behind Project 49 is to follow workouts that apply a stimulus to the body. So the only type of workout that actually gets results, well, you could take like a P90X or an insanity approach and try to cardio the weight off. The problem is you're also burning off your muscle mass. And when you lose your muscle mass, your metabolism slows down. So people are too married to the scale. So they base everything on a couple of pounds that I might be able to lose. And then when that's over, their metabolism has slowed down. They can eat even less food than they could before. And then when they start to stumble, it's very difficult to rev that metabolism back up. In the Project 49 program, we follow a multiple days per week of strength training, and it's done in a certain way where you get the cardio benefit without having to go do the cardio. So it's less time in the gym, it's less stress on the joints, and each workout is never more than 30. And Kelly, I don't know if you saw this, but on the Project 49 channel, we now have the workout down to 12 minutes. So you can do a 12-minute version of it. And guys, it's not easy work. I mean, it's tough, but it's simple exercises. It's just the way things are done. So Kelly, we're back to work now. It's been, as of this, we've been back together for 6 days.
6 days.
And you sent me a text this morning that said you'd already lost 6.6 pounds.
Right.
Okay, so what was the big change? We've only done 3 workouts. We did 2 in person and 1 on Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
But you tweaked the meal plan.
The meal plan. And, I reflected a lot on this. It's actually really funny because working through quarantine, everyone is doing their best to work out. And I have been doing that too. I've been doing 5Ks virtual 5Ks with my friends, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So I've been active through this process. So it's really interesting. So I think the difference is it's the diet, and then it's taking your body to failure in a short period of time.
So you understand how that works exactly when you take the body to failure. You understand?
Let's talk about it. Okay. I think it's good for people to know because it's very different. And, I hold on to weight, and suddenly when I follow the program and I do these simple exercises, I lose 6 pounds in 6 days.
So, and I'm glad to hear that. So here's the one thing, and I'll explain it a little bit. So we talked about this the other day. When you were running marathons, you could not lose any weight.
I trained for 6 months for a marathon, and I probably gained 2 pounds.
Now,
I lost 0 weight.
Do you know why that is?
No, help me understand that. Okay. To me, I thought I'd lose weight.
Well, most people do because that's the way you've been conditioned to think. The problem is that sustained cardio training, like anything more than 20 minutes, we like intervals where you're up and down. Anything more than 20 minutes, there's 40 years of research to back up that cortisol, the stress hormone, is released into the system when you do sustained long duration cardio. And that cortisol, that stress, is shown to make you retain body fat. So people go running thinking that's going to help them lose weight. Well, they might lose weight if they're eating perfectly, but if they do, they're losing muscle mass. So if they're not strength training correctly, they're really just running off their muscle. And then if they're starving themselves to death, they may lose a little fat, but it's a very unhealthy way to do it. And a lot of people don't lose the weight, and then they end up damaging their joints from the excessive repetition of running. And then we're in a cycle of frustration, depression, and hopelessness on trying to lose weight. So the idea is you follow a program where the exercises introduce a stimulus to your physiology. So when Kelly is doing, for example, a squat our way, okay? So if you're doing a squat our way, and we're on a really slow tempo right now, so she's doing it nice and slow with the purpose of failing. So one thing we like to tell everybody is you don't want to be good at exercise. You want to be terrible at exercise. You want to have good form. But if you tell me, hey, I did this, I did that, then I'm going to be like, you didn't get a very good workout, because the workout should be, I failed, I couldn't do it, my muscles gave out, I'm exhausted, that was awful. And if that happened, here's what goes on. So if Kelly is doing we'll just do a press motion because you can see me. So if she's doing a press and she gets to the press or a push up or whatever it is, and you reach a point where you can no longer move, I don't stop then because I'm not completely out of gas. I'm going to push until I can't produce any more force. I'm running completely out of gas. When that happens, I'm going to try to hold on a few other seconds until the muscle reaches a point of failure. When it does, the nervous system gets a signal that says, Kelly's not strong enough. Let's build more strength. Now, you don't get stronger at that moment, of course. 36 hours later, after protein synthesis and the body has time to recover, then you come back just a little bit stronger. And it's a lather, rinse, repeat scenario. Every time you introduce the stimulus to the physiology and there's time to recover and you get enough protein, then you come back a little bit stronger, a little bit stronger, a little bit stronger. Now, here's another reason two reasons that's important. When you do it intensely, are you not also getting a cardiovascular workout?
Yeah.
Very much so. I once had a girl sitting on a bench doing a row so intensely that her heart rate was 155 calories. Not a rowing machine, a seated row with a band, and her heart rate was 155. So you still get the cardiovascular benefit. But the other benefit, the more muscle mass you have, the more calories you burn when you're not in the gym. So here's a rough equation. Roughly 5 pounds of muscle mass gained means that your body needs up to 500 more calories per day to sustain its weight. So 5 pounds of muscle lost means you need up to 500 less calories a day. So if you lose your muscle, now your metabolism slows. So now you got to figure out how to eat even less to lose weight, which doesn't even make any sense. You can get the same cardiovascular workout while properly strength training, don't damage your joints, gain the muscle, which is what we did the first time. We focused all on strength, drop something crazy on the diet, which 26 pounds and 16 workouts over maybe 5 weeks. What we did, it did not take long. But as you gained muscle, your metabolism speeds up. Well, then you're on a good eating plan, and you're adding muscle, and you're revving up the metabolism, and you're seeing fast results so you don't get frustrated and fall off the wagon. So that's the idea behind Project 49 is in the 60s. I don't know if we've ever talked about this. In 1960, Kenneth Cooper wrote a book on aerobics. And basically what they did is they sort of split the muscular system and the cardiovascular system and said, oh, if you do cardio exercise, there is some cardiovascular benefit. But you can't separate them because you can't do cardiovascular exercise without your muscles. So the original HIIT training, HIIT, which everybody says, I'm going to do HIIT training. No, you're not, because that's not what it is, what most people think of. HIIT training was originally done with machines and free weights with intense, brief duration of major muscle groups, strength trained back to back to back. But it got their heart rate up. Well, down the line, somebody diluted it and turned it into hitting boxes, jumping on boxes and hitting tires and slam. That's not what it is. That's crazy, destroy your body exercise. High intensity interval training, I don't know if you knew that, was originally created to be done with strength training. Now it's the opposite, and that's why so many people are getting hurt, and that's why more people don't see results from a program.
You know, one thing that's cool that I think that makes this program work is the use of the bands, because you can get, it's a change in mindset in particular. I mean, you can get a great workout in just with bands, which weigh virtually nothing. So you can take them on vacation like I'm on right now. So that's one of the things that I'm excited about for work. For me, I'm in different towns, and so I can, it takes the excuse away of, well, I don't have my dumbbells with me and I don't have, you know, my kettlebell. So that's one thing that I do like about it as well. Can you talk maybe about the agility square, because you can do that anywhere in any parking lot?
Yes, I want to say one thing. If I'm not
Sure.
mistaken, you did not used to be a fan of the bands.
No, I was not a fan of the
So
bands. Absolutely not.
tell everybody why.
Well, because I'm used to the dumbbells, and because I got results with the dumbbells and doing lunges and squats. And here's the reason why it took me so long to adopt the bands. Because I have a problem going to failure. So I protect myself. And instead of pushing myself to the failure or completion, then I sell myself short. So for me, that was a change in how I use the bands. And once I started changing that, then I could get on board with, oh, I can get results with bands. The other thing is just the accessibility. So we've been out of gyms for, you know, 67 days now. And so you have to think about what's important to you at that point and say, oh, maybe I'll try something new. Maybe I'll listen to someone who specializes in this, Alan. You know, he has results. A lot of people are on the page that have results that have been using bands. So, you know, maybe I should just think about using them in a different way, so that I can get results.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you finally crossed over, because there's so many reasons. It's not like this is the only way of doing things.
Yeah.
But what I will say is it's brutally effective. It's inexpensive. It doesn't take a lot of time, and it gets faster results than most of the other programs that I've seen. And when I see people who want to sort of skew against what I'm doing, they're not getting results. So you can argue for your program all you want, but if you're not seeing transformations from it, then maybe you should consider something else. So that's why I stick to it. The other reason is lack of soreness, lack of joint pain. And I don't know if we've ever quite discussed this or not, but you know, the muscle can't tell the difference between the resistance. Like, it doesn't know if you're doing a dumbbell or your body weight or a band. Your biceps or your glutes don't go, oh, today Kelly's squatting with a barbell, I'm going to do better for her than I do when it's a band because it's a barbell. They don't know. All they know is the intensity, the amount of work performed, and the type of stimulus that you apply. So when you do it like this, the band is a rapid stimulus. Like, it doesn't take long to set up. Each exercise is 2 minutes or less, and you're literally done. So that's effective. It's just a lot of people now are learning to cross over to bands, but some of the routines that people put together are just too complicated. That's why we put them together for free on the channel for an option for people to follow, just something easy. So the agility square. So you had your first real run-in with the agility square this week, and you sent me this cool picture in a parking deck of you doing one of these little jumps up in the air. And so tell me a little bit about how it felt to do it and how long you lasted, and then I'll explain what it is.
So it felt great. It was, I actually did it in between some of my sets. I did 2 rounds, a 2-round workout. And then I broke the agility square into 2-minute segments. And so for me, that was all that I had that I could to put in at the beginning. I probably didn't do it perfect, but that's okay, because sometimes to get results, it doesn't have to be perfect. And so I'm just making sure I answer your question. So I got in a parking lot. I did 2 rounds of 2 minutes on the agility square of various exercises. the karaoke, the shuttles, the skips. I thought it was cool. It's like I was back in fitness class when I was younger. So,
So
I enjoyed it.
So in 2 2-minute rounds where you wore out?
Oh yeah, I quit. I looked at my watch and I started timing it and I thought, oh, I'll do 5 minutes. It's no problem. 5 minutes is fine. I'll do a few different sets and then I'll be done. And at 2 minutes, I just called it. So I'm at 2 minutes. I'm sure, in 6 weeks, I might be able to build up to 5 minutes. Maybe that's going to be my goal. But right now I'm at a solid 120 seconds.
Well, okay. So guys, you might be wondering what that is. The agility square is the interval portion of the Project 49 workout. And the first 4 layers of that program are free on the YouTube channel for you to follow. And basically what we did is we took movement-based, it's a movement-based strategy in the shape of a square. It's very simple to follow. It does more than just give you cardio. It does a great cardio interval workout, but it also improves that neural connection of the body's ability to move. And we refer to that as a state of readiness. So the idea for somebody like Kelly would be if we were walking down the street and 50 yards away, we saw a little puppy in the traffic, how fast could me and Kelly get over there, dodge traffic, cover terrain, and save that puppy? That's a state of readiness. That's not a straight jog. That's a sprint, move, dart, turn. I mean, there's a lot of movements that go into real life stuff. And people forget how to do that as they get older. And then they wonder why they stumble, why they fall, why they lose their coordination, because they don't train it in any shape or form. So the agility square allows you to bring back, and anybody can do it, but it brings back the athleticism of your youth and gives you a cardiovascular workout while you're doing it. Does that sound like a good synopsis,
Absolutely.
Kelly?
That's absolutely what it is. It's fun. It's fun.
So go ahead.
That's it.
Well, guys, the link to the agility square is in the description, as well as day 1 of our workout. So we have a 3-day program that's already here free on the channel. So Kelly, we're back on. You and I are doing the plan we're on now is 3 days per week of strength, and then 2 days per week of the agility square. Mm-hmm. So we're going to stick to that. We're just now going to finish our first week tomorrow. We'll be doing that online, right? And you'll be finishing your first week. So maybe what we'll do is revisit you a couple weeks from now and let you tell everybody how fast the rest of the weight fell off as you did the Project 49 program.
Sounds good. Look forward to it. Thanks, Alan.
You're welcome. You guys have fun down there at the beach. Guys, I'm Alan Branch from Project 49. Thanks to Kelly for joining me today and telling you a little bit about some of the stuff that she did. Listen, if you like the content on the Project 49 channel, please click subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let us know if you have any questions. We'd love to hear from you. And we'll be releasing more great information like this every week right here at Project 49.